What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Big GucciSoldierCaptain back here once again. How's the wife? How's the kids? Great, perfect. Today we're going to be checking out killers who showed no remorse in court. Now, when I went to jail, if I ever went to jail, I would look at it as a place of rehabilitation, you know, to learn from the mistakes that I've made in the past. Unfortunately, others don't look at it like that. It's almost like a jungle gym. It's like a circus in there. They got all their cousins, their aunties, brothers, their nephews. If anything, it's like a family reunion. They can't wait to go back, you know? So as soon as the judge hands out the 45-year sentence, it's like shit. You know what I mean? I'm going back home. With all that being said, though, we're going to get into this. Hopefully, I don't end up getting locked up as well, just like these people one day. Let's get into it.
Number 10, Tyrelle Webster. Our first criminal is the lowest of the low. After murdering someone, he smirked and smiled while the victim's blind sister was speaking to him.
Watson's sister, who is legally blind, stood before Judge Jody Llers and asked exactly where her brother's killer was standing so she could look at him as she spoke.
She initially offered her forgiveness.
But when I heard the story on the news, the first thing I did after I could close my mouth was just to ask God to forgive you. Because you didn't know what you were doing. However,
once she is told that he has been laughing, she really goes for him.
Yeah, she better.
Right now. I really don't care about this because you know what, you laughing at it. But the moment they get you behind those prison walls for the rest of your life, you will be somebody's girlfriend. And that smile will no longer be on your face. It will be tears.
She literally just told him, yo, don't drop the soap, big homie. Like, in the most respectful way possible.
Number 9, Michael Swanson. This 17-year-old killer of 2 can be seen smirking and smiling while the judge reads him his sentence.
2 months
That's the worst of the worst.
Year, and you have 4 gray walls to look forward to for the rest of your life.
When the judge tries to hit home how serious this killer's crimes are, he decides to just smile and laugh.
I'll tell you what I think. It's cold-blooded murder.
Family members of the victims let him know what they thought of him, but his face showed no emotion whatsoever. He was charged with killing 2 convenience store workers.
Why?
You said you did it for cigarettes and money and so no one could identify you, but I think that's a lie. You did it, as you later said on, that it was so you could feel powerful.
For cigarettes and money? Bro, you ever thought about getting a job? Am I the one that's crazy here? Like, have we forgot about the idea of just getting... You want cigarettes and money? Instead of going into the convenience store and killing the workers, why don't you take your resume, hand it to the workers, and go like, hey, man, you hiring? Maybe I'm just a little bit fucked up. You know, I don't understand maybe how this world works anymore. Me, personally, if I need money, I'll just get a job. Okay? That's just... Obviously, I don't need money. That's why I'm doing this for a living.
How could killing a defenseless woman and an outright execution be powerful or fair?
Other family members of the victims really struggled to describe him.
I think he just have a heart and soul, actually.
It doesn't help that he looks like the kid from Polar Express too, bro.
So
I don't know.
What did the killer's family have to say?
Well, Kevin, they weren't in court today, so they didn't have anything to say.
And sadly, it doesn't look like he's learned his lesson either. At 21, he managed to kill a fellow inmate with
killed
a knife
another
he
person?
into prison, adding another 25 years to his sentence.
What is wrong with this guy?
Moore. For this next killer, the judge was simply gobsmacked.
You give a new meaning to the word evil. I've never, ever seen anybody like you.
This guy kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and killed his wife.
Oh,
a police
my
officer
God.
was also harmed trying to stop him. His opposing attorney did not hold back.
And he said, get in my car. And when she refused to get inside the car with him, he grabbed her like a piece of luggage and he threw her face.
Argumentative.
Jeez, like a piece of luggage.
Threw her face first in the back seat of the car.
The judge reads out that he is guilty of first-degree murder, and his response is unbelievable.
We, the jury,
What'd he say?
find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
His only reaction? A slight nod.
What a
Transcripts from the
douchebag.
court show
What
him
a
stating no remorse
douchebag.
whatsoever. He blames his wife for taking his son away from him. Number 7, John Spooner.
Oh,
Most of these
boy.
videos are teenagers or younger men, but here we have a 76-year-old man
Yeah, this guy
showing
looks
no
racist.
remorse whatsoever.
This guy looks
The
racist.
victim got the sentence they asked for, but they got no apology, no sign of remorse from John Spooner.
This guy looks like he committed hate
Sentenced
crimes,
to
bro.
spend the rest of his life in prison.
The man thought a teenager was trying to rob him, so shot him dead.
Home surveillance video.
Of course it was a
Spooner
black
on the
teenager.
sidewalk,
Of course. Didn't I tell you he
accusing
committed
Barry
hate
Simmons of
crime?
stealing
Didn't I tell you?
Moments before Spooner shot the unarmed boy.
During the
Oh,
trial, he decided to blame the boy's grieving mother.
May God forgive you, Ms. Larry.
for your lying and cheating and stealing.
Yeah, this guy's a piece of work.
I don't know if I did right or wrong.
This guy's a piece of work.
Danta Wright.
Throw away the key,
smile
bro.
and laugh during his sentencing, causing the judge to halt proceedings.
Admitted killers caught on camera smiling during his sentencing. A judge fed up with that casual attitude stopped the proceedings in a surprising move.
The context of the smiling makes it all the more psychotic.
Danta Wright sat in court smiling and
this guy looks like a
laughing
villain,
as a
bro.
mother shed tears for her son shot and killed by Wright.
I've lost laughter and love.
When invited to speak, he showed no remorse whatsoever.
I just want to tell y'all I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
The judge soon.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, I throw a pickaxe at him right there. This man, before the court, right, just made a speech as if like it was the intro to his mixtape, and oh my God,
put him in his place.
Watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial, and if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life.
As he should. As he should.
Number 5, TJ Lane. Our next criminal.
Oh, I think I know this kid. I know this kid is evil.
Appearing in court. Here he comes in looking perfectly normal. He then sits down and starts talking to his attorney. Meanwhile, he's slowly unbuttoning his shirt. Once this shirt is removed, you can see that he is wearing a t-shirt with the word killer written across it. He then looks over towards the victim of the family and gives them the finger. This guy was a school shooter. He shot 6 kids, but only managed to kill 3. When hearing from the victims' families, he just smiled.
You will never, ever be in my thoughts after this. Never. My family will move on, not you.
His defense attorney had nothing much to say.
If you're the lawyer,
point, you can't really defend the indefensible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if I have a job to do, that's a very important job if the system still works. But every defense lawyer is a human being.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're the lawyer, bro, there's only so much you can do. Like, how are you gonna defend something like you know what I'm saying? Like, you only get paid so much money. How are you gonna defend somebody like that? You feel me? As the lawyer, it's like, bro, you know what, Your Honor? Just lock him up and throw away the key, man. I don't get paid enough for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Number 4, Teddy Baltimore Smith. A lot of the time, these remorseless killers start blaming the victims. In this case, the victim spat on this killer's BMW and believes that he was asking for it.
Prosecutors say last May, Cerna was a passenger in this utility truck when he spat out the window, and it landed on Smith's black BMW.
Spitting on someone's car is not the kindest thing to do,
it's
but
pretty
according to this
disrespectful.
guy, it gives you a license to kill them.
But you shouldn't do that.
Blaming the victim helped him with the judge, but he did it anyway.
He decided not to apologize to the victim's family and instead told the judge that he was provoking him.
What a spit on me. You know what I'm saying? After I asked him please not to do that, I don't know how come he did that.
The killer showed no remorse and was convinced he was in the right.
At his sentencing today, Smith spent about 15 minutes retrying this case and going over details of the crime. Eventually, the victim's sister stopped listening and walked away.
Yeah, I would do the
Number
same.
3, Luis Bracamontes.
Oh my
Next,
God, this guy looks
chilling
evil.
footages of a cop killer who cannot seem to stop smiling in court.
This
He
guy
killed 2
looks
police
evil.
officers and wishes he had killed even more cops.
I wish I killed more of those mother.
Yo, what a
Right back
douchebag.
to him, and I will kill more.
His day at
That
court was
guy
dramatic,
is
to say the
a piece
least.
of
On
work.
his first day of trial, Bracamontes yelling out that he knows what he did and that this trial is a waste of time. He even called one of his victims a coward.
And his behavior gets even more disturbing.
Throw him in the
He
chair.
can be
Put him in
seen
the chair.
chuckling away to himself when given details about the murders.
And there's blood everywhere. He's been hit. And he yells, I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit.
As the prosecution laid out the horrific details, Bracamontes
Yo, I
laughed.
swear to
In a
some
previous
people,
trial,
man, like,
where no cameras were allowed,
bro, some people, man, like, you just can't, like, they just gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like, some people, man, like, there's no rehabilitation, there's no jail, they just gotta go, bro, just for the sake of humanity. Some people just gotta go. I'm all for giving people second chances, but, like, some people, man, like, you gotta understand, like, they're just not built for life, you know? They're just not built to be living and breathing the same air me and you are breathing, you know what I mean? It was a mistake for them to be birthed into this world, and they just gotta go. I mean, this guy is one of them. This guy's a prime example of that.
In a previous previous trial, where no cameras were allowed, reporters remarked at how relaxed he was when being on trial for murder.
He was easygoing, lighthearted, turned to us in the gallery. Hey, how are you guys doing today?
He then just casually asked for the death penalty.
At that point,
okay, at least he asked for the death penalty.
I killed those cops. I want the execution. I'm guilty.
At least he asked for that.
Isabel
At
Martinez.
least.
You're probably watching so far and thinking, all of the killers so far have been men. Are there any remorseless killers who are women? Well, you probably wished you never asked.
A mother accused of murdering her 4 children and husband is planning to represent herself. This is new video as the woman gave a bizarre thumbs up as she faced a judge for the first time.
She smiled throughout the entire sentencing.
Ma'am, I'm going to caution you to cut out the display for the cameras.
What we have here is a severe case of mental illness. The motive behind her killing was unbelievable.
Investigative reports that now show when officers put Martinez in a police car outside her home. She said she wanted her father back. He had died 2 weeks earlier, and she was offering her children to God.
That is crazy.
Her father passed away,
that
and
is
she went
demonic.
completely off the rails.
Martinez said she heard voices from God and other people, and a fight between good and bad people was taking place.
She got into such a disturbed and deluded state that she thought that this was the right thing to do. Number 1, Ronnie O'Neal. Our next criminal did something incredibly
This guy looks like Kodak
but
Black.
Don't take my word for it. This is what the judge had to say.
I've seen human beings killed at the hands of others in every way imaginable. You name it, I've seen it. Shootings, stabbings, drownings, suffocatings, blown apart by cars, some DUI manslaughter cases, horrible things. This is the worst case I have ever seen.
When asked if he was sorry, the criminal responded,
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Lock him away. Put him in a gas chamber. I don't care what you do. Just get rid of him and don't ever open the door and let's never speak about it again. Look at the officer in the back. The officer in the back is very tempted to just stab this guy in the neck.
In the most bizarre cases of all, he decided to represent himself in court and openly admit killing his wife and his daughter.
Sounds crazy enough.
I didn't kill Kenny Alabama, but I want you to tell it like it is if you gonna tell it.
The victim's family gave him hell.
So when you sit in that cell for the rest of your life, remember, you don't leave out until you're in a box.
This resulted in a horrifying situation where his incredibly brave son had to testify while being cross-examined by his father, who tried to murder him.
Wow.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
This guy is a terrible lawyer.
While that footage is quite distressing,
Yeah,
my
that
faith
guy's-
in humanity was restored when I learned that this kid had been adopted into a new family.
Thank God.
Now Ronnie has a new family and 5 new siblings
Thank
who've
God,
accepted
bro.
Ronnie into their lives.
One of the best moms and dads. They take care of me.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click on the videos you see in front of you.
Shout out to Ronnie, man. Shout out to Ronnie, bro. Some people, bro, this is worse than what I even thought it was going to be. I didn't even think that they were going to be this, but some of these were like just outright disturbing. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not a fan of genocide, but just for these people, like if we just genocide just these individuals, I wouldn't have a problem. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the video. Killers who showed no remorse, because they definitely showed no remorse, of course. Some of them didn't even show any type of emotion or sympathy. Make sure you guys comment down below the other videos you guys want me to react to. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, okay? And I'm going to see you guys in the next one.
See just how I'm coming, yeah, I did this on my own. Don't you tell me something, cause I did it all alone. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. Came up from the guys and niggas show me some respect. Niggas mad cause I ain't break them off on all these checks. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah.